Hey there! If you like hard sci-fi and you like games, you might like what I'm working on. You explore a silent galaxy, one system at a time. You mine planets, build factories on their surfaces, run supply routes between them. You design ships, arm them, send fleets in to clear what's hostile, and loot what's left. You research what's been lost, automate the busy work. And when you're done with all that, there is a co-op mode you can play with your friends. Okay, let me actually show you some of this. Let's start with the planets. One thing up front, this is all a prototype. The whole game is right now, so everything you are seeing is rough, placeholder art, numbers I'm still tuning. What I'm showing you is the systems, not the polish. So, planets. Every planet has resources in it, but first you've got to find them. So the first thing you do is send out scan drones to survey it. A first pass shows you the basics. And then you can start mining those with drones, but only so much. There is a cap on what that gets you. Run a deeper scan and you find more. The drones can pull richer resources once you know they are there. But there is still a ceiling. Drones on their own only ever get you so far. If a planet's actually worth committing to, that's where buildings come in. You put extractors on the surface to pull resources out properly, and refineries that turn those raw resources into materials you actually need. The stuff that goes into ships, equipment and research, all of it starts here. And different planet types have different resources, so what's worth building and where depends on what you are looking at. Let's follow the ships. There are a few new hulls in since the last update. The Sirin, the Liho, the Domovik. And right now they are mostly just that, in the game. The models are done, you can build them and fly them, but each one's meant for a different job, and that part isn't wired up yet. So for now, they are just hulls, not roles. What does work is the core of it. You can build a fleet, fit it out, and send it out on an operation. Fitting means weapons. There isn't a lot of them yet. Right now it comes down to two kinds: projectiles and beams. They differ in range and how the turrets track and aim, how fast they rotate, how accurate they are. That's about the level it's at for now. There are also turret mods, modifiers you slot onto a weapon to give it some extra effect. Slowing a target down, damage over time, that kind of thing. Exactly which effects make the cut I'm still working out. Let me talk about where I want this to go though, because this part's vision, not something that's in the game yet. I want ships to be cheap, easy to build, easy to replace. Losing one shouldn't really hurt. What I want to actually matter is the gear you put on them. The unique fittings, the best weapons, the rare modules, those you can find as a loot. You don't just fabricate them. Maybe if you recover enough of the same kind, you eventually earn the research to reproduce it yourself, but that's the exception, not the rule. So the ships are disposable, what's bolted onto them isn't, and losing a ship doesn't mean it's all wasted. After an operation you can still salvage the wreck and pull the materials and fittings back out. Every ship that dies out there leaves something behind to recover. Yours and the enemy's. So let's go take something. Every point of interest out there is holding something worth having. But you've got to get it. You put a fleet together and you pick a flagship. That's the one you fly yourself. The rest follows you in. The fleet travels out to the point of interest and you drop into the encounter. And then you fight. You take down what's defending it and you lose a few ships doing it. Which, like I said, it's fine. They are meant to be spent. Right now, that's the whole encounter. Some enemies, your fleet, a fight. What's missing is variety. I want different kinds of missions in here. Hold up position for a while, hack a station, protect a mining barge while it works. That's where it's going. For now, it's just the fight. And if you win, you get the payoff, your salvage. Everything worth pulling out of the wreckage, yours and theirs. Then the fleet heads home, back to the mothership. Here's the thing. Some of this gets tedious after a while. Scanning is the obvious one. Every system you arrive in, you send out probes, you scan everything, you deep scan whatever worth a closer look. The first few times that is the game. By the 10th system, it's a chore. So I made it researchable. You can unlock automatic scanning, and once you have, the moment you enter a system, the probes dispatch themselves and just work through it. They scan until the whole system is done, you don't touch it. And that's an idea I want to keep leaning on. When something starts to feel like busy work, I add a way to automate it. Scanning is the first one, as other parts start to drag, and they will the more I play this. I'll do some of those. That automatic scanning, that's the piece of a bigger system, research. Research gates pretty much everything you can do. You unlock new capabilities as you go, new weapon types you can fabricate, new hulls. This thing runs more efficiently now, and sometimes quality of life, like those automated scanner drones. It's how the probe slowly stops being so limited. And then there is the Codex. Right now, the Codex is a record of where you've been, every system you've visited, the history of your travels laid out in one place. I'll be honest, at the moment it's pretty bare, but I know what I want it to become. A complete log of everything the probe's been through. Every system visited, every body scanned, every clue, every audio log you recover along the way. The whole record of one probe making its way through a silent galaxy. That's a lot of information though, so the whole thing has to stay easy to move through. Fully searchable, filterable, quick. You should be able to fly through years of records and pull out the exact thing you are looking for without it ever feeling like work. Okay, one more thing. And this one is a bit different. There is a separate mode in the game I've been calling arcade mode. It reuses everything I've just shown you, the systems, the points of interest, the combat, the loot, and puts a new layer on top. It's a roguelite. Instead of running a whole fleet, this is just you and one ship. You pick your hull at the start, and that's what you fly. Then you spawn into a system, and it's the loop stripped down. Pick a point of interest, clear it, take the rewards. Upgrade your ship, change your fitting, slot in mods. Then on to the next one. And it keeps ramping up. And the best part, it's multiplayer. You can do all of this with friends. Fight off waves of enemies together, and then decide as a group where to go next. So that's where the game is at right now. It's all rough, all in progress, but for the first time it's actually starting to feel like a game. That's the part I'm happy with. I'm building this on my own, so it moves at the pace it moves. If you want to follow along, subscribe. And if there is something here you want me to go deeper on, next time, the combat, the planets, the co-op, any of it, Tell me in the comments. Thanks for watching.